Hey everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be a full face of Joah makeup. So, as you guys know, the Joah Truly Yours foundation is my all-time favorite foundation. It's the best foundation I've ever used in my entire life, and you can buy it for freaking under $10 at CVS or online, but it is exclusive to CVS. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that I saw that on their Instagram. So this is my all-time favorite foundation. Love it so much. I've raved and raved and raved about it. So many of you guys have been sending me pictures of you guys buying it and loving it, and that makes me so happy. So I love their foundation so much that I really wanted to try some of their other makeup. So I went to CVS and I bought over $200 worth of makeup in order to do a full face of first impressions, besides the foundation of course, slash like full face of Joah Beauty makeup. So that's what I did, and this is what I created. So I definitely will say that I freaking love some of the products that I picked up, and then I also didn't love and I disliked some of the products that I picked up. So if you want to see which ones are worth the money and which ones I would personally pass on, then just keep watching. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I do want to say that I bought all of this with my own money. None of this was sent to me. I have not had any contact with the brand. I just randomly found the foundation one day and then fell in love. So just wanted to get that out there so that you guys know. So yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna start with primer, and the primer that I chose is the Glow Activator Radiance Primer. They do have a couple of different primers. I believe I saw some mattifying ones in like squeezy tubes, but this one looked the coolest to me, so that's why I picked this one up. I do have oily skin, and this says Glow Radiance Primer, so I don't know how well this is gonna work out for me, but it does have like little itty bitty flecks of gold in it, and it looks so cute, like little gold shimmer. It feels very soft, almost like a kind of like a silicone based primer, but it feels really like watery at the same time. Very strange consistency. Never felt anything like this in my life. So right now you can see little tiny flecks of gold glitter all over my face, but I think that once I put foundation on, that will disappear. That's just a guess. It's very like slippery feeling, so I don't know if I'm gonna like this underneath my foundation just because I am so oily, but maybe if you have dry skin this would be a really good primer. I'm not sure, but we'll see how things go. But it's very, like, it feels really weird on my fingers still. I will say that after letting the primer sit on my face for a little bit, it feels a lot less slippery and wet, and it actually has like a little bit of a tackiness to it, which I do like. So I feel like I might like this a lot better than I initially anticipated. So we'll see how this goes. So for foundation, you guys, this is my favorite foundation ever. This is the product that sparked the idea for this video, and I'm talking about the Truly Yours Natural Finish Foundation from Joah. This stuff is freaking amazing. So I have used up over half of it. This is where I'm at right now. This is amazing. It's so affordable, and I have the shade Natural Beige, and this is the one that I have been using, but it is slightly too dark for me now, so I did pick up a few more shades. I picked up 3 more shades actually, and so I think I'm gonna go with Nude Beige. I'll just see. I think I'm actually gonna go with the shade Classic Ivory, and hopefully this works out. I usually use about a full dropper and squeeze it onto the back of my hand, and then I will be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge because this is my favorite sponge ever, and I don't think Joah has a sponge. Maybe they do, but they didn't have it at CVS, so I'm gonna stick with what I know and what I love. And I feel like this color already is like so much better of a match for me than the other shade that I was using. So this is one full layer of the foundation, and as you can see, it doesn't completely cover everything, but this foundation is very buildable, so if you want more coverage you can add more coverage. So I do think I am gonna add a little bit more, so I'm just gonna squeeze like a little bit more onto my hand and then focus this around my chin and cheek area where I want a little bit more coverage. So I actually don't know how I feel about the primer. I feel like the foundation is kind of like sitting on top of the layer of primer, and it's not like smeshing with my skin like it normally does, but we'll still see what's going on. So for concealer, I'm gonna use the Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealer. I have this in the shade Porcelain, and this is like one of the twist up concealers, and I did swatch this earlier, but I haven't used it yet. It's really like, it's super light. So this is the lightest shade that they have. So I'm just gonna like, I don't really know, put this underneath my eyes. And I have another concealer too. I have the Truly Yours Full Cover Concealer, which is a thicker concealer, and the consistency is like completely different. So I have the shades Porcelain and Natural Beige. So I'll go ahead and look at these two. So this is much more of like a thick concealer, and these are the two shades that I have, Porcelain and Natural Beige. The Porcelain does match the other Porcelain pretty close, but it's not the same consistency. The full cover one is a lot thicker and has more coverage than the under eye one. So I better go ahead and blend this out just in case this like dries really fast. So I feel like that did a really good job of brightening up my under eye area, and it doesn't look too thick or weird, and it played really well, played well with the foundation as far as I can tell so far. So I actually am gonna go ahead and stick to the under eye concealer and put a little bit of this on my chin and my forehead and nose. So I can't really tell if this concealer is adding any additional coverage or if it's just a brightening concealer. It's hard for me to tell, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to setting the face. So I have the Selfie Ready setting powder in translucent. They had like banana and translucent. I don't know if they had any other shades, but oh gosh, this little thing is gonna take me 20 years to peel off. So right away, I really like the packaging on this. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to really tell, but the sifter is only on half of the product, and you can twist this middle piece to like cover up the sifter, so when you're traveling, it won't get everywhere. But I'm not traveling right now, so we're gonna leave it open, and I'm just gonna tap this into the cap. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need, but I use a lot of powder, as we all know, so we're just gonna go into it. This powder is like super fine, like super finely milled. So we're looking a little bit ghostly now because the Selfie Ready setting powder in translucent did leave a little bit of a white cast on me, so I don't love that, but I will say that my skin looks and feels very like velvety smooth, so I like the finish of the powder, but I don't like that it makes me look so pale. It actually looks worse on camera. In person, it looks fine. Like my skin color on my face matches like my chest and neck perfectly, but for some reason in the viewfinder I'm getting a weird like white cast vibe. So we're gonna contour the face a little bit. So I have the Be My Everything blush and bronze palette. So they didn't have any like single blushes or single bronzers. They did have like a bronzer palette and a highlight palette, but they were like $12 or $13, and I don't know, this I felt like was the best like value. So you have a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. This is like kind of strange. I don't have another highlight other than this, so I'm gonna have to use this for all three. So I'm just gonna use the Morphe E4, and I'm just gonna strictly go into this contour shade. By the way, I have the shade Sunrise. The palette is in the shade Sunrise. They had one that had a more like purpley, deeper blush, and I think it was called Sunset. So I have the bronzer on now, and I really like the color of the powder. It wasn't my favorite bronzer that I've ever used as far as like blending ability, but I really do like the color, and it was pretty easy to use. It's not overly pigmented to where if you like make a mistake, it's all over. Like it is pretty easy to like buff out and like fix or correct any like mistakes or anything like that. But I don't know, I really like it. I feel like it works well with the translucent loose setting powder. I feel like it again is very like fine powder. It's not super like chunky and chalky, which I really enjoy. So now I'm going to move on to the middle part, which is the blush, and apply that to the cheeks. I started using the technique to test it on my hand before I put it on my face like you all suggested. So again, I absolutely love the shade of the blush. Again, it's also really easy to blend out if you put too much on or you go a little too far one direction or the other. It's easy to kind of buff that out and fix the mistake, but I don't know, I feel like this is very like beginner friendly. And for a highlighter, I have a feeling I'm not gonna love this highlighter because I love a nice blinding highlighter, and looks like this isn't even really doing anything. Okay, yeah, no, the highlighter in this is terrible. Sorry, but not good. Not good at all. It's kind of just like a pale powder with no shimmer in it at all. For eyeshadow, we have the Birthday Suit eyeshadow palette in the shade Bear. There was another shade as well. I can't remember what it was called, but this is what the palette looks like. I will say this is plastic, like bendable plastic, and it feels kind of cheap, but this is what the palette looks like. It has 6 shades, and I feel like you could get a full look with this. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to, wow, it's only one matte shade and it's this really deep color. So I think I might take the money, the dollar sign shade and put this in the crease, even though it does have a bit of a shimmer to it. We'll just kind of play around with it. Okay, so that actually blended out a lot better than I thought. I know it looks kind of crazy right now, and I do wish that it was a matte shade, but it actually was a lot more pigmented and blended out a lot better than I expected. It has a little bit of like a reddish kind of sheen or glitter to it, so I do think I'm going to go in with the matte shade now, which is called Birkin, this one on the end, and deepen up the outer corner. And I'm just going to use the same brush. This is the Morphe M433. So after putting that shade on, the two colors just kind of like meshed together, and it just looks like I have one eyeshadow smudged all over my eye. So again, I'm not really feeling the eyeshadow palette, so I really want to brighten this up now. So I'm gonna take the shade Baby Doll, which is this one right here, and like just start packing this on the inner half of my eyelid. And now I'm gonna take the shade Bubbly, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and put this on my brow bone and my inner corner, and I might try to use this as like a face highlight too. And finally, I'm going to take a brush and smudge the Money shade underneath my lower lash line. I'm gonna go ahead and put mascara on. So I have the Ice Cream Ultra Volume Mascara, which is the pink one. They also had like a green and a yellow or like a blue or something like that. They have 3 mascaras total, but this is the Ultra Volume one in the shade Black. They had some that were like lengthening and volumizing. Looks like I have some fallout here. So this is what the mascara looks like. It's super cute. I love the packaging on here. And let's take a look at the wand. Okay, looks pretty basic, but I like it. So let's give this a little bit of a whirl. So I don't know about you, but that's not what I call voluminous or volumizing. I'm getting this really weird shadow. Do you guys see that right there? There's no fallout there, and I don't see that in person, but I'm seeing it on camera. Only on that side. It's really bothering me, but this is definitely not volumizing my lashes. If anything, it's like really lengthening them, and like I've said in the past, I'm definitely a volume over length kind of gal, but I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't volumize my lashes like it says it does. You don't make it easy, no. Wish I could be there for you. Now we're gonna move on to eyebrows, and I have a couple of different eyebrow products. So I have their Auto Eyebrow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. I have the Precision Brow Pencil also in the shade Dark Brown, and I have their Clear Brow Gel brow top coat. So I'm really excited to try this out. These, I feel like they're not really gonna work out for me. They didn't have a ton of different shade options, and the only ones that I could really find were like super dark or super red toned, and I definitely have very ashy eyebrows. This is my eyebrows with no product in them whatsoever. So I'm just gonna kind of comb through this one. The Auto Eyebrow Pencil has like a much bigger like tip, like pencil thing. And then let's take a look at the Precision one. I feel like I'm gonna like the Precision one better. Actually, this one's in the shade Brunette. So this is what the Precision Brow Pencil looks like. You have a little baby spoolie on one side, and then the product is on the other side. Hello. So that is much more my style. I like a very small, thin pencil just to kind of like fill in the sparse areas and even out my eyebrows a little bit. Do you guys remember this song? I know every single word. now I'm gonna go in with the clear brow gel. Brow Down to Me is what it's called. Brow top coat. I really like the packaging on this. Super, super cute. So let's give her a whirl. Wow, that is a weird like applicator. It's like a Christmas tree shape. Whoop, like a cone. So I really need to get my eyebrows done. So I'm really sorry that they're so like messy and not well kept up. I really need to get them threaded, and I'm gonna do that very, very soon. So please, what is it called when you not stand by? Please, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but this is a very wet gel. So I guess we'll let that dry and see what happens. So now, what do we have left? We have lips left and setting spray. So I did buy this setting spray. This is the Selfie Ready Setting Spray Matte. So there were 2 spots for setting sprays, but both of them were completely full with the matte one. So I don't know if there is a different one. So it has a very powerful mist, but it's not like a dart. So let's try this. I'll zoom you guys out a little bit so you can, whoa, see what I'm doing. Okay, so for lips, I have lots of lip products to show you guys, and I do plan on swatching them all for you because they have a lot of different kinds of products. So let's just go ahead and start swatching. So I do have their lip gloss. This is the Mirror Mirror lip gloss in the shade Mapled, I guess. It's like a really pretty kind of like rosy kind of nude gloss, but it has shimmer in it. So let's see how this looks. It's very thin. Probably should have wiped the foundation off my lips first, huh? So this is what the lip gloss looks like. I think it's really pretty. It's not sticky at all. It's actually like super slippery and thin and not thick or goopy or anything. It doesn't really have much of like a flavor or smell or anything like that, which is nice. And it's super natural. It doesn't have like a ton of pigmentation, but I think it's really pretty. Like I actually really like this a lot. I like it a lot more than I expected. So the first one is definitely a hit, and you can't, can you see the glitter even? No. Next, we're gonna go in with the Joah Infinite Kiss Satin Liquid Lipstick. This is super cute. It's in the shade Chew, C-H-U. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that or not, but it's a really pretty, oh, I forgot to swatch. Oh, geez. That is not what I expected. What? Okay, I'm like thrown off. So here's the gloss, and here is the satin liquid lip, but look what the packaging looks like. Does that look the same to you guys? Well, it kind of does actually. No, it does not look the same at all in person. This is like neon orange, and this is like a pretty nude color. So we're gonna try it on, but this is definitely not what I signed up for. Yeah, no. Okay, so right away, I do not like this color on myself at all. It is a very thin formula again, and it does say it's a satin finish, but it's not really drying down. It's still like feels really glossy and like messy. So what the heck? So yeah, not a fan of the color, not a fan of the formula. This is a pass for me. So next we're gonna try the I'm Your Jelly Bay Matte Gel Lipstick. This is in the shade Babe. I am really excited to try this out. So this is what the packaging looks like. So hopefully it actually looks like that. How the frick do you open it? This looks really pretty. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna love this. So this is the shade right here. I feel like I'm gonna love this formula. I'm so excited. Yes, this reminds me of the Jordana matte lipsticks. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They're I can't think of what they're called, but they're matte lipsticks. They have a clear top, and like the bottom part of the packaging is the color of the actual lipstick. But I freaking love this formula. So smooth, so creamy, so easy to put on. The color I think is really pretty. I don't think it looks fabulous with this eye look, but I love the color. I feel like this is my favorite lip product that I've tried on so far from Joah. So I have 2 of their What a Matte liquid lipsticks. I have the shade Peanut Butter and the shade Cupcake. So I'm gonna try out both of them. The first one is Peanut Butter. Okay, so please excuse my terrible application, but this is the shade Peanut Butter. I actually really like the formula on these. Like, it feels really comfortable. The color is super brown and not a normal color that I go for, but this is it right here. It's really pretty, I think, but maybe not with this eye look again. So this is the shade Cupcake. It reminds me a lot of Saint Germain by MAC, and this one is actually like pretty patchy. I did put 2 layers on and it still does not look too hot on my lips, so this one is definitely a pass for me. I think that this one, since it's darker, I think it either didn't show up as patchy or it was just less patchy. I don't know, but if this color like is appealing to you and you feel like this would look good on you, then I really think that you would like this liquid lipstick. But this one, I'm not digging the color or the formula or the finish on this, honestly. And then our last lip product that we have is the Tintation Lip Stain, and this is in the shade Eye Candy. So hopefully this can save the day. Oh snap. Here's a swatch of it right here. Oh gosh. Okay, I freaking love this so much. This is, I'm so excited. This is so pretty. I love the color. It has like almost like a really strange scent, almost like a candy, like watermelon candy or something. I don't know. Really weird, but it's familiar to me, and I really like the formula. So it's like, it's so hard to explain. It goes on like a gloss, but it almost dries to like a satiny finish. It definitely would still transfer, but this is so pretty. It doesn't look glossy at all. It says it's a stain, so I don't know if this actually will stain my lips or not, but I am blown away right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's do a little bit of a recap. So as far as ones that I say go run out and try now, I would say the lip stain in the shade Eye Candy. Love that. The clear brow gel. Love that as well. And then the precision brow pencil. Obviously the foundation, and then this concealer. I really like this concealer a lot. The dark circle concealer in the shade Porcelain. So those are like my top favorites. But you know, some of the other ones I feel like you're gonna have to try for yourself and see, or I still need to try them out to form a final opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that you guys have been listening to me rave about this foundation forever now, and I'm so happy that I ventured out and tried more of their makeup products. I did want to reiterate that I purchased all of these products with my own money. None of this was sent to me, and all opinions were honest. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. I love you guys so much. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!